Hi everybody, Arie here, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down an e-commerce brand that is valued at over $30 million. And not just that, but they're clearing over $500,000 in monthly revenue selling toilet paper. Yes, so hopefully that wasn't too anticlimactic. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll see that good ideas come in many shapes and sizes, and sometimes really obvious products can be a great business idea, especially when you're trying to launch something in the direct-to-consumer world. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the brand is called Who Gives a Crap, which is a pretty aggressive name. However, it fits the narrative that they're pushing extremely well. I mean, as I just mentioned, they literally sell toilet paper. So definitely something you wouldn't expect. And if we take a look at their traffic distribution, we can see that in the month of January, for example, they cleared over 740,000 monthly visits, which at this average order value is for sure going to be at least $700,000 in revenue. We could say a million, but I'd rather keep the estimates conservative since we don't really know. However, we do know that this brand has raised over $30 million in funding, which gives it at the very least a $30 million valuation. Probably a lot more than that though. So really, sky's the limit when it comes to e-commerce. So let's break down some of their website design, some of their paid media. That's where we usually learn the most. This brand is running a ton of ads, and we'll take a look at their social media strategy too. However, before we proceed, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. So I just added a couple new lectures to the NetSphere library, which is one of my companies. It's an education-based community with a huge lesson library on all things e-commerce, and I've been updating it with more TikTok related content since that's been a big focus for our e-commerce operations. And because of all the content that we're adding to the library and just the overall happiness of our community and customers, I'm going to be increasing the price of the subscription this month, and this is how it's going to continue to go. So a year from now, it'll be more expensive than it will be a month from now even. So as the value continues to rise, I will be increasing the price to fit the demand. So if you want to join, I highly suggest that you do it soon. Otherwise, you'll have to pay a more expensive price in the future. So I'll link that in the description. I believe it'll be the first link, but we'll see. Anyways, let's hop back into the case study here. So as you see, this brand has taken a pretty strong sustainability narrative, and it actually makes total sense, right? Toilet paper is a huge pollutant in the world, and one of the things that they're saying here or claiming is that they have plastic-free products, which is a big theme that we've been seeing in a lot of these brands that we're studying, right? Plastic-free seems to be a very good buzzword, and not just buzzword. I mean, it really is great for the environment for brands to stop using plastic so much. But that's a little bit about the brand. Now, if we analyze their website design, we see that it's actually pretty interesting who they're targeting here. It seems like they're going for a more kid-like approach. So they're most likely targeting parents here, which makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, no 18-year-old is going to be buying toilet paper from them, right? Or a kid, they don't have money for this stuff. And what's really interesting is that they don't have that many products. I mean, they have a very small catalog, which I really like. I think this allows them to really focus in on growing the business instead of continuously creating new products. I mean, they have a really good lineup of products here, and since their products need to be restocked, obviously at some point you're gonna run out of toilet paper, they've added a subscription-based offer here. So you can save $10 if you join their subscription, which is really clever. And what's really cool too is that they have different roll sizes, right? You can either purchase 48 rolls or you can purchase 24 rolls. And as you can see, this is really cool actually. Now that I'm looking more into it, I'm really starting to admire the way that they built this. This is such a clever idea in an unserved market. So something that you could keep in mind is looking for other potential household products that you see in grocery stores perhaps that don't really have this sort of modern and personal feel that a lot of people are looking for nowadays. And really what's also interesting to me is how simple their website is. Clearly, they don't really need to sell you too much on it. I mean, it's 100% bamboo and 100% the most elegant toilet toilet paper ever. This is really good copywriting right here, and I really love the tabs that they got going on. You could achieve something really similar to this with the free Dawn theme. The Dawn theme is not only free, but it also has features like the ones that we just pointed out. You can add tabs on there, you can add an FAQ, and I am a really big fan of this overall structure. So whether you're running an e-commerce store in this niche or in any other niche, I think using a similar structure to this is a really great idea, especially knowing that this brand is killing it to this extent. So their reviews are obviously really good, and since they've only been focusing on a very few select products, they've been able to gather a pretty ridiculous amount of reviews. And another thing I'd like to point out is their refer a friend tab here. This is a really smart way to get a whole new acquisition channel for your brand. I've been seeing so many brands do this, and it's so smart, right? Because people that really like your product will tell their friends about it anyway, so why not encourage them to do it by giving them a discount on future orders, especially on a subscription service, right? That's actually really clever. So that's about it for the site. Let's move on now to their social media strategy, because this is pretty clever again. Now, one thing that we can see, they actually do really well on Instagram and get a lot of engagement, which is rare nowadays. Instagram seems to be reducing their reach a lot nowadays, and the only saving grace is really Instagram Reels, and as you can see, they're actually really taking advantage of that. Some of their videos even get 100,000 views, but they've obviously nailed a great social media strategy. And what I see them doing a lot here is what we've talked about in a couple other case studies recently. One of their main marketing strategies seems to be educating as opposed to just selling. And when you educate, that's actually the most effective way to market, because not only do you get trust from your customers, but you also position yourself as an authority figure and also as a solution to a potential problem. And that's exactly what they're doing here, right? They're talking about what's one not so eco-friendly habit that you struggle to give up. You know, probably using toilet paper that's bad for the environment is a big one for people. So they position themselves perfectly as a solution to something like that. Something like this that says, on average, humans fart enough each day to fully inflate a balloon. So that's kind of a funny fact and very relevant to the products that they're trying to sell. So super smart, very, very good strategy. I think this is an Australian brand, which doesn't surprise me. I don't know what's in the water in Australia, but there's just some amazing e-commerce entrepreneurs that come out of there. And of course, besides Instagram, they are reposting everything on Facebook as well, which is not uncommon to see. And the reason why is because you can actually do it automatically. So you can shoot two birds with one stone by posting content on Instagram and then automatically repurposing it on Facebook. There's literally an option on Instagram that allows you to do that. So super clever. Repurposing content is an amazing strategy for growth. And if you're not doing that for your brand, then you're slacking. So lastly here, let's take a look at their paid media, because this is their main way that they're getting traffic. As you see, they have over 290 results. So let's take a look at some of them and try to break them down. So here we have one of their most popular ads. It's actually just a picture ad. So it looks like a video, but it's not. It's actually a picture. So very interesting marketing here. Most people will always tell you that video ads perform better, which they do because they allow you to educate your customer prior to them purchasing. But with that said, this just shows that you really need to be testing everything, especially when it comes to Facebook ads. Sometimes picture ads can outperform videos, especially when they're used for retargeting purposes and when they're pictures that have a unique factor in them. But as you can see, if we go a bit further down, we can see a video ad. But interestingly enough, it's a slideshow video. So it's just basically their reviews and some really nice pictures in an Instagram story format or TikTok format as well, with some of their images. So even this isn't truly a video, it's just a slideshow. So let's take a look at one that is a video here.
I don't have time to run to the store to get toilet paper. That's why I switched to Who Gives a Crap. Who Gives a Crap delivers toilet paper so you never have to leave the house. Oh my gosh, the packaging is so cute. They're made with 100% recycled fibers, and the roll is so long.
You know, I feel like this is actually their exact demographic right here. This woman is most likely a mom, a young mom, probably a millennial mom who would be super excited about something like this. And another thing we should point out here is their headline. Very, very cleverly written. Comfy on your bum and your conscience. Who Gives a Crap delivers 100% bamboo toilet paper to your door. that probably gets a really high click-through rate, and it's very simple and to the point, which obviously I love.
It just keeps going. One box can last you up to a whole year. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I haven't run out of toilet paper since I've subscribed. Get $10 off your first order when you subscribe.
That was a really well made ad. Honestly, I got to give it to them. That was perfect, especially with that last thing that they added, talking about how long it will last them, because most people, obviously struggle with having to go get toilet paper really often. Toilet paper doesn't usually last a year, but with their subscription service, you can actually make it last that long, which not only saves you time, but saves you money as well.
I don't have time to run to the store to get toilet paper. That's why I switched to Who Gives a Crap. Who Gives a Crap delivers toilet paper so you never have to leave the house. Can't wait to see what's inside. Oh my
So this is a very similar ad. I think they've just extended it a bit.
Market brands. I haven't run out of toilet paper since I was as affordable as most. Is plastic free. I love Who Gives a Crap because it's just as affordable as most supermarket brands. I haven't run out of toilet paper since I've subscribed. I'll never buy another brand of toilet paper again.
So this one is similar, but it's a little longer, and they're educating the customer even further. I also think they added that little bit of like, oh, I'll never run out of toilet paper again, because that appeals to the pain point of running out of toilet paper after going to the bathroom. You need to go quick and you just can't find toilet paper. That's the worst. So that's why that's probably very effective.
This is my worst nightmare.
Boom, there we go. So literally what I just talked about.
That's why I switched to Who Gives a Crap.
And as you can see here, they're testing a lot of the first 3 seconds of the video. That's the most important thing really that you need to be focusing on here. And what I really like about these examples too is that it's a lot of the same content. It's just switched around, they're trying to mix it up, but the content is virtually the same. They're just changing the first 3 seconds, making them slightly longer perhaps, and educating the customer a little bit further in some of them, but ultimately they're pretty much the same. So this is exactly how you should be testing your ads, especially once you find something that works. Once you find something that works, it's a really great idea to just use that same ad, but switch up different scenes, switch up the sounds maybe add to it. All of those things are really going to help you find new creatives that you can then scale. But that's about it. I just wanted to share this example with you guys because I figured you would learn a lot from it. I've learned a lot from it myself, and I'm really excited to apply some of these things to some of the brands I'm working with. Again, if you want to sign up to NetSphere, you can click the link in the description. But that's about it. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.